Okay, so I'd like to welcome you all. Thank you for attending this business presentation for the GLOBIT Wealth Academy. Here we are, it's the 16th of June 2019. We're a growing business. In fact, we're growing around the world with people who've mostly never traded before in their lives, some people who've had a little bit of trading experience, but we're bringing on all kinds of people. Mostly, of course, people who have an open mind and want to know how to grow their capital. In fact, the GLOBIT Wealth Academy is all about the secrets of capital growth. And during the course of this short business presentation, you're going to be able to find out exactly how we do that. And also, for those people who might be interested, how you can actually run this as a business. Because the reality is, many people, of course, are looking for ways and means of creating income online. And we call this the new economy. We all know that today things are very much different, both on the high street, in the way that we shop, in the way that we meet people, in the way that we communicate with people, in fact, in the way that we do business today. And if you want to run your own business, what better way than having an online business? But of course, having an online business is not as simple as that, because that's when your problems normally start. If you haven't got any experience of building websites and you don't know anything about internet marketing, then it's going to be almost impossible to have an online business. And even if you have got any experience, you've then got to be able to choose the right product. You've got to be able to source it from the right place. You've got to be able to package it, brand it, store it, ship it, deal with any returns as well. So it's potentially a nightmare for those people who want to run an online business. We've got a really, really simple business with this. It's a totally digital business. No products to sell, no products to buy. We're basically providing people with education. It's a completely digital business. Education on the subject of how to create income. And the income that we're talking about is completely unlimited. We're showing people how to create income from trading what we call the DAX, and also income from trading what we call the DOW. And in addition to that, we're also educating people on something which is even more exciting, something called cryptocurrency. And if you speak to the average person, they may say something like, "Do you mean Bitcoin?" And if you say yes, and you say to them, "What do you know about Bitcoin?" they'll typically respond with something like, not too much, not too much. So in other words, we're in the right place at the right time, showing people how to create income online, but also creating income from the cryptocurrency market. Put that together, we've got a fantastic future, and we're only just getting started. So let's start the presentation, and let's take it from there. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so welcome to a new financial lifestyle with the GLOBIT Wealth Academy, a modern approach to help millions of overstressed and underpaid workers catch up financially with the new modern economy. So yes, GLOBIT Wealth Academy, Secrets of Capital Growth. First of all, though, an income disclaimer. We have an income disclaimer on the page at the top there, which is myglobit.com/privacy-statement. So do have a read at that. And basically, all members of the GLOBIT Wealth Academy agree to our income disclosure and privacy policy. I'm just going to read you the first part of that, and that is to say that income disclaimer, this business opportunity presentation, contains the opinions and ideas of its author. Nothing in this presentation should be construed as investment advice, neither from the author or trading partners contained herein. Under no circumstances does the information in this presentation represent a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any security. Past performance, unique experiences, and past performances do not guarantee future results. If you do choose to purchase, own, mine, or trade, only do so with what you can afford to lose, and do so at your own risk. And please read the remaining terms and conditions of independent affiliate / representative. So this is the agenda that we'll be going through during the course of the next 30 minutes or so. 10 different points altogether. Sorry. The first point is an introduction to GLOBIT. Secondly, what is our mission? Number 3, I'm going to talk that this is not MLM especially. Neither is it especially affiliate marketing, social media marketing, or something which is quite popular today called FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Number 4, everybody wants to know how much they can actually generate in terms of income. So we'll be covering what you can expect to earn. Number 5, what are the risks? Number 6, Number 7, how to start a new career. Number 8, what is our vision? Number 9, talking about multiple streams of income. And number 10, how you can start right now with a 30-day trial. And if you haven't accessed our free ebooks yet, we've got 2 of them, in fact. You can go to the main webpage, which is myglobit.com, and at the top of that page, you can access these 2 ebooks. The one on the left, the 21 Golden Rules, Trading the Financial Markets 2019. That's an ebook that I put together based on my personal experience. Many people want to know, am I a professional trader? I'm not a professional trader, in fact. I believe that you can become professional at anything with practice. And I believe that practice makes perfect. And that ebook was based, and I put it all together based on all the lessons that I've learned through experience. And I believe that if you apply those 21 golden rules, you can also be successful trading these markets. And we're talking specifically the DAX and the DOW. And as you can see on the front of the book there, it's ideal for all levels of trader, whether you've never traded in your life or you believe that you're a fairly expert kind of trader. And we have all those kind of people within the Academy, from beginner right through to advanced. The ebook on the right there is a beginner's guide, making money with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin is a very, very exciting market right now. There's something like 2,500 different digital currencies. And if you think about the life cycle of the financial markets, it started originally from bartering, where people were doing business by exchanging spices, cattle, anything in fact, to do business. And then we had the introduction of gold, then we had the introduction of coins, then we had the introduction of paper money, then we had credit cards and debit cards, and in the evolution of that, we've now got the next form of currency, which is digital currency. And if you think about everything that we do typically in business today, most things that we do are digital, whether it's digital music, digital phones, digital communication, and of course it makes sense that we have digital currency. So if you haven't read those books, do access them from the web page and do take action. Of course, it's all about finding out about these new concepts, but it's only when you personally take action that you will actually benefit financially. So an introduction to GLOBIT Academy. My name is Malcolm Pennington. I'm the owner and the founder of GLOBIT. And for your information, I'm originally from the UK, of course, but I've been living now in Spain for 21 years. And previously, and prior to coming to Spain, I was a financial advisor in the UK. I was also a financial advisor working in Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East, advising expats on how best to grow their capital, both short-term, medium-term, and long-term. But more recently, when I came to Spain, I started a property business with no previous experience whatsoever. In fact, I started my business with just £20. Many of you will have heard my £20 story, but if you haven't heard my story, the reality is I started my property business with just £20, no borrowings, no debts, no loans, And I built that into a multi-million-pound business, employing 164 staff, typically spending about £70,000 a week on advertising and marketing, selling thousands of properties, and being in the top 3, top 4 property companies in Spain, bearing in mind there are literally probably 20, 30,000 of them. So how is that possible? And how can you do that within 3 to 5 years like I did? Well, I believe that when you start a business, it's not a question of how much capital that you start with. It's not even a question of how much knowledge have you got. If you've got a clear vision about what you want to achieve and you improve on a daily basis, it doesn't matter how much capital you start with. In fact, quite often, the less capital that you start with, the better. And I'll tell you why. Those people who are fortunate to have capital to start a business often waste it on the wrong things. They buy premises, they buy vehicles, they spend advertising in the wrong place. And if they're going to start a restaurant or something like that, for example, typically you can guarantee the restaurant will be in the wrong place, they'll employ the wrong chef, and guaranteed within 6 to 12 months, they've gone completely out of business. So if you're looking to create income for yourself and you want to use the GLOBIT Wealth Academy as a vehicle, let me tell you, it doesn't matter how much you're starting with. It really doesn't. It's all about developing your skills, and you can create a fantastic income if you're prepared to just stick at this for the next 6 to 12 months or so. So what is our mission? Well, our mission is to bring the world of Forex and trading the financial markets to the average man or the average woman in the street. It's to provide the best alternative to any other form of self-employment. And of course, we want to grow internationally through the power of referral marketing and our exclusive reseller program. I did mention that if you want to promote this as a business, then obviously you can do, and you're going to generate very, very generous referral commissions. I believe it's the most generous compensation plan that I've ever seen. In fact, I created the compensation plan, and my middle name is Generous. So nobody will take me for advantage, I can tell you that for a fact, but I am generous, and I'm generous to the right people. Now, this is not MLM. It's not affiliate marketing. It's not social media marketing. It's not FBA. It's actually a little bit of all those things. But the reason I talk about those things is because typically that's what most people find this, that they actually get into with the internet these days. Millions of people have tried MLM. And what's that short for? It's short for multi-level marketing. I'm sure many of you have also been involved in multi-level marketing. I certainly have numerous times. And unfortunately, it doesn't work for most people because most people, you know, we're not born to sell anything. They don't have any selling experience, and they don't like recruiting people. They don't like selling things. And typically when you have to sell a product with MLM, it's generally an overpriced product that you can typically buy something similar from the normal high street. So for most people, MLM doesn't work, although of course for some people, those people who can recruit big teams, some of them become very successful. And I know a handful of people that became millionaires and multimillionaires from MLM. Affiliate marketing is very similar. That's when you're promoting some kind of product or service online. If you haven't got affiliate marketing experience and you can't promote online, you don't know the first thing about it, it doesn't matter what product or service that you might associate yourself with, you're not going to be successful either. Social media marketing is very, very important these days, but equally, if you don't know how to place adverts on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, etc., then you're not going to be successful with social media marketing. FBA is also something very popular, stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, where typically you will source a product somewhere like China, and you'll purchase that product. You'll then have to package it and brand it in your own name. You'll then ship it to somewhere like the USA, which is the biggest market in the world for Amazon, and then it will sit in the warehouse belonging to Amazon. And it will sit there until you become effective at your marketing on their web pages. Because of course, all the products that Amazon sell these days are all very competitive. It doesn't matter what product you might choose, there's generally at least 100 people selling the same or similar product. And if you can't get your product on the top of their main page for that particular product and that product niche, you're not going to make any sales on Amazon either. So you can see lots of different ways you can generate income online, but it all takes expertise. Now, of course, with the GLOBIT Wealth Academy, we don't involve ourselves with selling, and there is no recruiting unless you want to build a team. There's no marketing on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, only if you want to. And of course, we don't have to buy anything, we don't have to sell anything, and of course, we're not shipping and selling any products anywhere in the world. Our product is all completely digital. So the next question, what can you expect to earn? Well, our aim is to get you earning consistent daily profits every day, 5 days a week. And I don't think it matters if it's you earning £10 a week, £10 a day, $10 a day, $10 a week, as long as you're earning consistent profits. And many people make the mistake when they join the academy of thinking, well, how much money can I make and how quickly can I make it? Now, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but the best way to grow an account inside the academy is to grow it consistently and perhaps to grow that account by maybe 3% per day. And I'll give you an example. If you have £1,000 in your account, in your live trading account, 3% of that is £30 or $30 a day. And of course, many people are not going to retire if they've got an extra £30 or $30 a day coming in, and therefore they're not going to get very excited. However, if you can consistently do that day in, day out, and do that every day for five days a week, during the course of a year, I'll give you an interesting financial calculation. If you was to start with $5,000, or even start with 1,000 and grow it to 5,000, once you've got 5,000 in your live account and you can generate a daily growth on that account of just 3%, then within 12 months, your account of 5,000 will have grown to more than $1.5 million or £1.5 million. So you can see the key is not making a fortune today, this week, next week, this month, next month. It's growing your account on a daily basis that really is the key. And of course, we don't provide you any financial guarantees, and returns will depend on the size of your account. So if you're growing your account by 3% a day and you start perhaps with a black account, people want to know what is a black account. Well, if you register your account with BD Swiss, and we do much of our business with BD Swiss, they will give you a commission-free account, which means every trade that you place, it will be free of commission. And as we say, if you're trading on a £5,000 account and you're earning 3% per day on that account, then it will grow to $1.5 million or more within 12 months. But the minimum amount I would recommend is perhaps £500 to start an account. You can start it with less, but the most important thing is that you do get started. So what are the risks? Well, trading, of course, is a high-risk strategy, and that's why you don't find everybody involved. And the average person who finds out about this probably wouldn't be interested because they'd run a mile, because most people don't get involved in anything that they don't have any experience with. And that's where I believe most people make the mistake. The only way to gain experience, the only way to gain confidence and know-how is being prepared to take a step into the unknown. And it doesn't take long before you become competent at this. It really isn't complicated. It's a lot simpler than what people might imagine. So the GLOBIT Academy only provide education, training and mentoring. Of course, we don't provide financial guarantees. However, we will teach you to minimize the risks and to trade profitably and consistently 5 days a week. So what do you need? Well, you do need a business-like attitude and self-discipline. Whenever you have to motivate yourself and you have to make an effort to take action and to improve in all areas, then to me, that needs a business-like attitude. Now, if you come from the corporate world, then you're probably used to other people giving you rules and regulations, and that's fine, but that doesn't happen when you're an entrepreneur. If you want to adopt a business that you can run as your own business, these are all skills that you're going to need to develop. The skill of self-discipline, a positive mental attitude. You're going to need patience and perseverance to learn these new skills. You'll need to accept that any business has risk. So if you find that you're placing trades on these financial markets and suddenly those trades go into a negative situation, then you've got to learn to be able to handle that, because any business, you've got to speculate to accumulate, and this is no different. You do need a daily income goal. As I was mentioning before, I think the best daily income goal is just to see your account grow by, let's say, 3% per day. You're going to need a computer device, and that can be a desktop computer, it could be a laptop, it could be a tablet, it could even be a smartphone, because you can trade these markets from anywhere in the world on any type of computer device, and provided you've got a live account, you have the opportunity to create real income. So, as we're saying, this on the right here could be you enjoying the laptop lifestyle. And what is the laptop lifestyle? It's a chance where you can live anywhere in the world, you can do business from anywhere in the world, you can create income from anywhere in the world, 24 hours a day, and it's where your operating expenses are absolutely minimal. In any traditional business, as your business expands, you're going to need staff, you're going to need premises, you're going to need vehicles, you're going to need to advertise and promote, and you're going to need to purchase products. Maybe you're going to need equipment to manufacture and produce products. So a traditional business is extremely expensive. This has minimal costs. You have the cost of a laptop, and that's it. You have the cost of funding your account, and that really is it. You can make all the money in the world from this, and it's unlike any kind of traditional business that you could ever imagine. So you can see that you can be your own boss. You can operate this as your own business from anywhere in the world. And of course, if you're your own boss and you don't have a need to commute, then you're not going to have to suffer from any more traffic jams. No more commuting to a job that you just don't like anymore. No more early mornings. No more late nights working a job or a business you don't like. And do you know anybody that has to start early in the morning? Do you know anybody who works late at night or through the night? Do you know anybody that works in a job that they just don't like anymore? Well, the average person who is in a job, they would change their job tomorrow if they could work less hours and create more income. So all you need to do is talk to them about the GLOBIT Wealth Academy, and you can generate income from referring them to this business. So as you can see, we have what we believe is the perfect business. No staff, no premises, no overheads, and of course, unlimited income potential. And when you start this, of course, you're going to want some training. And we have a training meeting every Wednesday evening, which is 7 o'clock UK time. And on a Sunday, like we're talking this evening, at 8 o'clock UK time, we have an opportunity meeting. And that's 8 o'clock. And then every morning at between 7:45 and 8 o'clock, 5 days a week, we have professional traders online that we can send you an invitation to attend, and they're going to give you a professional outlook to the market for the day and how that might influence both the DAX and the DOW. So every opportunity for you to develop the necessary skills.
Malcolm?
Yes?
I think Ian's trying to get on.
Okay. Just give me a second. Thanks for that anyway. I think he should be in now.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And finally, we have a 30-day trial membership, and where you can start a 30-day risk-free trial And it was £60. At the moment, it's completely free. And as we say, it's completely optional. You can build a team by referring other people. While we're talking about that, you might want to know how much can you receive from building a team. Well, we've already got people in the team that have got over £4,000 of income in the pipeline, ready to be received in the month of July. Already receiving £4,000 in the month of July. And the income that you receive is £50 for your first 2 referrals. Your third person and thereafter generates you £100. And once you've referred those initial 2, from your third person onwards, you're going to receive £50 per month every time, and each month they pay their subscription of £180. And that's down unlimited levels. So it's quite feasible. As this grows around the world, we've now got people in Australia, in New Zealand, in India, in Malaysia, in South Africa, in Spain, in Scandinavia, in UK, in Ireland, in America, in Central America, we've got them in South America, we've got them literally around the world. You imagine that you introduce a handful of people and they do the same, and ultimately, not too far from now, maybe in the next 12 months or so, you potentially could have 1,000 people in your team. Imagine earning imagine earning £50 from everyone in your team. That would be £50,000 a month residual income. And if you qualify as an executive, that could potentially be £75 per month for every person in your team. So that would give you £75,000 per month. So this is our vision. Our vision is to build an international team. We're already doing that. The question is, are you going to be a part of this success? We want to build an international team of 100,000 traders or more. And we're going to provide unlimited income potential for all those people that join us and help us to promote this business around the world. Apart from the financial possibilities, we're providing people a chance to potentially have a very exciting new lifestyle. And this is where you can join the Winners Club. So when you register with the GLOBIT Wealth Academy, you'll be invited to register what we call a free demo account. And that comes with either £10,000, €10,000, or $10,000 of virtual currency. It allows you to practice completely risk-free. Now, as a complete beginner, you're also going to receive what we call trading signals. So all you have to do is download the free application onto your smartphone called Telegram, and then during the course of the day, you're going to receive signals onto your phone, and we will show you how to place those signals onto your trading account. Whether you place them on your demo account or you place them on your live trading account, then that's all you have to do, basically copy and paste. And as we've mentioned, you can earn between £50 and £75 for all the members within your team. That's on a monthly basis. And we're going to show you how you can trade completely risk-free on this demo account. And when you feel you've got the necessary experience and confidence, you can convert that demo account to a live trading account and create real income. So if you haven't got those free ebooks, go to myglobit.com, and that's where you can access those free ebooks from the top, 21 Golden Rules of Trading and the Beginner's Guide to Cryptocurrency. This is a little bit of information about our compensation plan. I created this compensation plan. It's the simplest compensation plan I've ever seen, and it's also the most profitable. So as you can see, you'll receive direct commissions when you refer other people to the business. It's £50 on the first 2 and £100 from the third person onwards. You'll also receive passive commissions. So once you've qualified and you've generated 3 referrals, then you're going to receive passive commissions from other people in your team from their first 2 referrals. And those passive commissions are worth £50 per person. But also, you're going to receive standard residual commission of either £50 or £75 per month for every person in your team down unlimited levels. So unlimited income potential. So this is how to get started. You can go to the web page, which is myglobit.com. Scroll to the bottom. You'll see this image on the right there where it says 30-day trial. We do have this offer on at the moment where it's completely free. So do take full advantage. And of course, you can get back to the person who invited you to this opportunity presentation. And then you can take advantage of this 30-day risk-free trial. So do take advantage. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And in a moment, I'm going to show you the signals that our members have been receiving for the last 3 weeks. So that brings this presentation to a close. Before I finish, I just want to show you the signals that our members have been receiving for the last 3 weeks. And as I say, those are available on the main web page here. So just give me 2 seconds. Okay, right. So we scroll halfway down the page. We click just here. And this shows the signals that were sent out for the last week of May, between the 27th of May and the 31st of May. You can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are all the signals. And then in June, where we are now, so far we had the first week, which is this week here. All the ones in green represent a signal that closed in profit. And these are all the signals that were sent out last week. You can see many of them are on the DAX, some are on the Dow. And I did an interesting calculation, which I'll be talking more about on the training, which we have on a Wednesday evening, which is 9 o'clock UK time on Wednesday. And I haven't got those figures in front of me, but I can tell you that had you been placing those signals on a live account, your account would have grown by more than 75% in the last 3 weeks. Now, to put that into context, if you had your spare capital or your savings in a high street deposit account, for you to achieve the same results that we've achieved in the last 3 weeks, it would take you over 75 years if you put your money into a high street bank. And that's where most people put their spare savings and capital. Of course, putting your money into a high street bank is completely risk-free, and this isn't. However, do you think it's worth a chance that your capital will grow that little bit quicker than what it might do if you leave it where it is right now? Because people today are either increasing their wealth or they're losing their wealth and going from bad to worse, basically. So it's all about taking action and making your capital work that much harder for itself. And that's why many people talk about the rich getting richer. It's not the fact that they do anything particularly out of the ordinary, but they just look for opportunities to see their capital grow rather than being, shall we call, average. It doesn't pay to do what most average people do, because most average people, all they know is how to go to work for a living and get paid for 40 hours work. So this is completely different. This is the GLOBIT Wealth Academy. This is the secrets of capital growth. We're here to show you how to do that. And of course, we're here to show all the people that you might refer to this business how to do the same. So let me open the call. That finishes the presentation. And okay, so I'm now going to mute the call. Hopefully no music in the background, no dogs barking, no children playing. As much as we like children, of course, we don't like the noises on the webinar. Does anybody have any questions? Or put it another way, let's finish off this presentation with 1 or 2 testimonials. That would be a nice way to finish the presentation.
What?
So I'm going to mute the call for everybody again. And if you just put a message in the chat box, if based on your experience, you would like to just have a 2-minute testimonial on this recorded webinar in terms of what's your name, where you're from, what you like about the GLOBIT Wealth Academy, and what kind of progress have you seen so far since you've registered? Is there anybody who would like to give a testimonial? And if so, just put your name in the chat box, and we can pinpoint you on the video and give you 2 minutes of fame while I have a glass of water. And while you're thinking about that, you know, don't think about it too much, please. Okay, so let's have a word with Sharon.
Why everybody's being shy, I will say my bit. So I'm Sharon Parkinson, I'm from the UK. It's took me a long while to get back into things like trading, because I lost a lot of money on the trading from binary options about 6-7 years ago. So I promised myself I'd never do it. But this has been the next best thing that I've ever tried, basically because it's so simple. The people I've brought into this business will vouch as well. I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to say their bit, but it's the consistency, it's the ease of the actual trades, the consistency, and how less stressful it is than doing like all the different currency pairs, which is what generally happens from a signal service, isn't it? So for me personally, I'm not live yet because I'm still waiting on my passport to come back. So this week I will go live. But I've seen consistent profits, which is the first time in the last 6 months since I've been trying to make money on like Forex and things like that. So for me, it's the best thing I've ever tried. And I'm really grateful, Malcolm, for actually bringing this to us. None of us, I mean, I think if you asked everybody on this call, I bet you'd probably find 99% of people hadn't even heard of the DAX before, which is interesting. But I think most people would say, no, don't know it. They all think, like, when you talk about one lot, that it's a lot of money, but they don't realise that it's the difference. Obviously, it's the indices and not the currency pairs. So yeah, I love it. It's the first thing on a Monday morning. Can't wait to get up and see what your signals are saying to us. I think we're all the same. We're all, you know, it's not, if people get up at 9, they're getting up at 7 just to make sure they haven't missed your signal. So yeah, just keep bringing on those fantastic quality signals, and we'll all be very happy people.
Thank you, Sharon. Let's.
I think John's next.
John. If you can stop your. I've just. Oh, sorry.
I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted.
Yeah, I'll. Who's the next one that would like to give a little testimonial?
It looks like John is. He's put his hand up.
What's his name? Sorry.
John.
John. Oh yes, right, John. Oh right, of course. Hello, John. That John.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, John.
I'd just like to endorse what Sharon said there. For me, I'd not traded before, although I did try and I got stung by some scammers, but I've found GLOBIT as absolutely friendly, perfect, good comradeship, lots of training, lots of help, and there's people who I did have a little bit of knowledge on the financial markets, but there's people who haven't got a clue about anything, never done anything like this before, and they're sailing away at the moment because the help is there, the training is there, and you don't have to start with a lot of money. The bigger you start with, the better, obviously. That's the same with anything. But yeah, I think anybody who will give this a go, and you've got 30 days risk-free trial, and at the moment it's not even costing you the normal £60 to try that out. So for anybody wanting to have a go, then you must go in for this and just give it a try. Follow the signals. It's very, very simple. You know, you might have a week where, you know, you're thinking, oh, am I going to get the hang of all this? Am I going to be able to do all this? But it just all clicks into place, and it's repetition. So It's easy, it's exciting, and it's rewarding. What more can you ask for?
Thank you, John. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. John, of course, I didn't mean to switch his video off there. A second. Can you put your video back on again, John?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Yes, John, like everybody, was a little bit cautious when John first started, but now he's a huge supporter. He's very active within the support group on Telegram, and John knows, like we all do, that it's all about mindset. And John really has learned how to spot a profitable trade. He knows when to enter the market. He knows when to come out, and he's had a huge learning curve. And he's come out the other side, and now is benefiting from the effort and the commitment. And if you can all do the same as John, then success comes from those people who commit. There is a learning curve, and it's definitely worth it. I mean, I've had to go through it. We all have to go through it. There's no meal ticket. But if you can stick at it and learn and progress and improve on a daily basis, then I think we've got the best business.
Well, Malcolm, I would never have said John was a beginner.
Pardon?
Well,
I would never have said you was a beginner.
Well, exactly. No,
You sound like you've been doing it for years, because what you're giving all us the advice, more like that, wow, but you're a beginner as well, so well done.
Because he speaks with authority now, because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent a lot of time with John and vice versa, and John, when he speaks in this support group, it's like I'm talking, so well done, John.
Thank you.
Yes, you've got a clone there, Malc.
Well, that's what it's all about. I'm now trying to get rid of him, actually, off the screen, but in the nicest possible way. Who else have we got that would like to say a few words?
Well, I can't believe Jason O'Gari's saying hiya.
Let's have a word. Maureen's going to say a few words. Yes, Maureen.
Hi. I went live today.
Oh.
I'm so excited about tomorrow. I can't wait. Obviously, I'm still learning, but what I've seen so far, huge potential. It's awesome, and I felt I had to get on board as soon as possible. It is kind of nerve-wracking. However, your signals have been amazing thus far. You know, you've been spot on with the majority of them. And to know that I'm just sitting on my backside and looking at the screen, and, you know, I made money last week, and it's like, wow, I haven't really done much. You've done all the hard work for us. Obviously, I'm doing the training, I'm learning more and more, I'm watching YouTube channels, but this is a huge opportunity, and I felt I had to get on board ASAP. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Maureen. That's an excellent little testimonial there, to be honest. And I know Maureen, in fact, has come to live in Spain. I think that's right, is it, Maureen? Is that right, Maureen?
Yes, I'm here in Quesada.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, as you all know, that's where I'm based. I'm in Spain as well. And as I've said to Maureen, Spain's a wonderful place to live. There's only one thing about Spain, is it's almost impossible to create a living.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've either got to be retired or wealthy, because there's no work. In fact, even the Spanish can't find work, never mind the English.
Yeah.
And if Maureen wants to go and work in a bar or clean villas or, you know, clean swimming pools or something, she might find work in that. Or climb these palm trees and cut those down. That's a bit hazardous, but you might find you can do that as well. There is no work in Spain. So she's come to Spain, she's taken a chance, and she's now got a digital business, and she can now be a first-class messenger, both locally, nationally, and anywhere in the world. So thanks for that, Maureen.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. Who else have we got? Anybody that would like to finish off with a few words? There's got to be somebody out there.
Come on, Jason, you must want to say a few words. You're normally the first one.
That's what I meant. Jason's got to have a few words. He's normally got something to say. Where is he hiding?
I mean, yeah, I've been watching soccer and football. I'm joking.
Oh,
Right. Go on, Jason. Let me see if I can find you first. Jason, here we go. Right.
Over here.
There you go, Jason. Right.
Look at myself.
A few special words about your background, where you're from, what you liked about GLOBIT when you first got started, and what's been your experience.
Right. Well, I'm from Blackburn, and I'm working with Sharon. Sharon's introduced me to the business because I was doing trading before in another company, and I find that not too consistent really, and a lot of time consuming. So Sharon sort of like asked me to do the trial period, so I was a bit in two minds about it, so I ended up doing it, and it's been fantastic. And I've been in it a couple of weeks now. My first week was a 15% profit. This week just gone with 24% profit. The consistency, I like to replicate more in, very consistent with the signals. We're not going to win them all. Nothing's like that, but the majority we are doing. And I can't praise Malcolm enough for this business, this opportunity given to us all. It's just two indices, not loads of currency pairs like Sharon says. It's not too complicated. Just get on with it, and it's straightforward. And you can get familiar. You can learn the trades and learn how these two indices work. And I really enjoy it, and can't wait till Monday.
Jason, just to clarify, Jason, you came in as live, so you've actually made money in your trial period, or you're not paying for the service. So
yeah, that's right.
But that's not typical. I mean, obviously, only because you've got experience, but obviously it proves that you can make money while you're not even paying for the service. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, just hope Malcolm doesn't send me an invoice.
You give me food for thought there, Jason.
Yeah, no, yeah. Describing that 30-day opportunity, free trial, it's just unheard of in Sharon. You just don't get it. It sounds too good to be true to people, but sometimes too good to be missed. And use that analogy as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, thank you, Jason. Right, well, that's it basically. So you can see I've got my T-shirt on. Okay, indices and crypto. And business is all about promotion. If you want a T-shirt and you might want business cards, then these are available. Just send an email to sales at GLOBIT Wealth Academy, and you've got all the tools to help you build a team. And Sharon, she's now so far got 31 personal direct referrals, 31. She's got 6 pass-ups in her team. We've also got Larry. I don't know if Larry's on the call tonight, but he's in the USA. He's about neck and neck with Sharon. He's got about 30 or 40 personal referrals as well. So a shout out to Larry. Well done, Larry. And many of you are starting to build your own team. So it all starts with those first 2 people. Get those out of the way. And those are pass-ups, of course. And then thereafter, each referral is worth £100 and at least £50 per month moving forward. So I'd like to thank you all again for attending this presentation. For anybody who didn't attend the presentation, we've got 2 people still in the waiting room. Last 2 minutes. I'd like to thank you all for attending, and it is recorded. So in the Telegram group tomorrow, you'll have a link to the presentation. Give it out to people that you know who want to work less hours and want to create more income. And we're going to keep growing this business on a daily basis. But thanks again, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers for now.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks a lot.